Many people across the country are starting to buy guns, so I thought I'd join in. Let's talk about that. Hey there, this is Tom with Tom's Tech Show, and I used to have, guns and stuff around when I was younger. A kid up at my grandparents had 10 acres out in the middle of nowhere, and we would go out there, and there'd be gophers, and we'd have to go out shooting gophers because the gophers make holes, which the horses and cattle can step in and break their legs and stuff. So we'd have to go get rid of the gophers and fill the holes in and stuff. Because if you don't fill the holes in after the gophers are gone, after you get rid of the gophers, then the rattlesnakes move in to the hole. So it's a whole process out in the country. So, but once my grandparents passed away, and then my parents moved away, they took all the guns with them. So, so now I thought, well, I need to get my own now. So I'm in the middle of the process. I've got another week, whatever, before I can go pick up, the firearm because it's in California, and California's a little bit crazy town. I do understand, the need for a cooling off 10-day period. That's fine. I don't need anything that nobody should need a gun that's super urgent. If they do, then they should call the police and have the police help them, right? But for protection for people coming in your house, it's not a bad idea. So first things you have to do, you have to find a gun that's available, and that's really hard right now to be able to do. I did find one on Sportsman's Warehouse. They had a Smith & Wesson that I liked, that I was able to order at the time. I think it is out of stock again now. So yeah, so they do. There are some other ones, and there are some other places online where you can buy guns. So in and so the next step after you purchase the gun, and none of this is really documented anywhere. I mean, I don't know if there's any videos out there that really explain end to end the process. I mean, like I said, I'm about maybe three-quarters of the way through, and the other end is, last piece is going to be picking up the gun, and then I got time with some buddies and stuff. We're going to head to the shooting range and put some rounds through it and have some fun, putting holes in targets and stuff like that. So I've got this one on order. You do have to let me do the in California. You have to do the firearm safety quiz in order to get a little card. It's here in my wallet. This little, not that, not that. So you get this little card that looks like this. It's a firearm safety card. That just lets you know that you took a test that says, yes, it's a bad idea to fire a gun right up in the air. Yes, you're responsible for your weapon and the safety of it and where it's stored, and don't let kids touch it. Basically, is if you have that thought in mind when you take this test, then you'll pass it. You can miss, I think, 7 out of the 30 questions, which I missed one question only because I read it wrong. Because I was in a hurry. Just yes, 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 no, no, yes, yes, A, B, C. Okay, fine. But so now that I've gotten through the safety part, then I've ordered the weapon. What you have to do with the weapon when you order it online is that needs to be sent to a federal firearms licensed dealer that's local to you. I picked one that wasn't quite that local. It's 100 miles away, but that was the closest one that they had at the time. So anyway, it's a little bit of a drive, but that's fine. So you need to find that, and sometimes you need to contact them before. Sportsman's Warehouse has some preferred FFLs, so that's what I did. I just chose their closest preferred, which makes it easier for them and easier for you. You don't have to contact people, try and get back and forth about this whole thing and everything else. So that was probably the one part. I mean, they're not telling you anything about, do you contact the FFL ahead of time? Well, if I use the preferred one, then I didn't really have to. They're just used to it because they're getting, weapons all the time. So next step is to, your gun is shipped, you wait for it to arrive at the gun shop. it takes, a few days, 4 or 5 days for it to arrive at a gun shop, depending on, who you use and shipping and everything else that's going on, and what the, volume that's coming in. When I was at the gun shop filling out the first set of paperwork, I think that day, another 15 guns came in from Sportsman's Warehouse. So they're getting, 10 to 15 weapons a day into that shop. Then, of course, once you get that, you have to call the gun shop to make sure that your weapon is there. They are not going to call you. They have too many guns. You're the one, ultimately, in weapon ownership, you are the one ultimately responsible, even from the purchase all the way to picking it up. So when the gun arrives at the gun shop, if you're doing it online through an FFL, then you're the one that needs to call. You're the one that needs to, check, make sure it's there before you go down to fill out the Department of Justice paperwork to pick it up. So you fill out a bunch of forms that are submitted. Which ones are they? That are submitted to the Department of Justice to do your background checks. They've got all these forms and stuff you have to fill out and sign, of course, and everything. And then you have to wait your 10 days. And it's like exactly 10 days to the minute. So my transaction date was 7/14 at 4:52:46. I cannot pick it up until 7/24 at 4:52:46 p.m. So it's exactly 10 days. There's no, to the minute, basically, to pick it up. So, and again, once that time, the Department of Justice is behind because so many people are getting guns. Sometimes it's taking more than 10 days to get the DOJ clearance. So you may have to wait longer right now than that. But again, after the 10 days, it's your responsibility to call these people and see if it's cleared, and then wait a couple days and then try and call again, see if it's cleared. It's not your gun. It's not the gun shops. They're busy doing enough things. So it does cost money, right? So you've purchased the gun, you've paid for the weapon, you've paid tax, you've paid if you had shipping, whatever, you've paid for all that. So the next thing that happens is once you get to the place where you were picking it up, I've used this company called, they're not sponsoring me, they're not anything, it's called Bullseye Sport in Riverside, California. I will mention them just because they were extremely nice, and just all the people in there that I talked to were just, and actually all the people that in the whole process that are in the whole gun ownership area, where all these people that are buying guns and have guns and everything else are often some of the nicest darn people you ever met. Just crazy. So there is a first thing you have to know. There is there's nothing really important on here. So there is on this form, there is this receipt. There is a DROS, the dealer record of sale fee, which at this point was $37.19. So you have to pay that on top of paying for your weapon. Then there is an FFL transfer fee. So in order to use that dealership, that gun store, as the transfer spot, they're not doing it for free. So they're charging me $52.81 to do the transfer, which makes the total come out to be $90. So after you get the gun shipped to the warehouse, to the store, then you have to pay another $90 to do that. Okay. Oh, the safety test is $25. The gun safety test is $25. You can take it twice for the $25. If you don't pass it the first time, the first 2 times, then you gotta wait and then try and take it again. Okay. So some of the other things that you need when you're going to fill out your dealer record of sale and your Department of Justice paperwork. Okay, if your driver's license up here, this driver's license here, I didn't get a what's the new ID that they have. If you don't have that and your license says federal limits apply, if it says that on your license, you're going to need something else, which is one of these, a passport. If you have federal limits apply on your driver's license, you need a passport in order to get the gun. If you have the new, what is it called, Real ID or something, where it shows, like here in California, has the bear and the star or whatever on your License, if you have that, then you don't need a passport. So make sure you have that covered. If you're trying to buy a gun, you have a federal limit supply. You need to run either to DMV, and you can get a real ID card separate from your driver's license. But yeah, you need either that or you need a passport in order to do that. Then one other piece of information that you need is a utility bill. So I know everybody gets utility bills, emailed to them. They get them online and all that. So we don't often get them mailed to our house. If you have one that's still mailed to your house, I did have one mailed to my house for a while so I could get a library card, which would get me to online magazines and stuff through the library. But that's gone away. But I did have one for a while. But this bill cannot be older than 3 months. So you need a bill, fairly recent. And if you go to your utility company and you go to where it shows you your charges and you print out the web page, you're not going to get your Department of Justice approved. You need to find inside your utility thing, there are statements. There are electricity bill, there are statements that are in there. And those statements come in like a form. It'll have, the key is to know that at the bottom here of the form is the place where you tear it off, to send in your payment, right? They're usually PDFs or something like that. Get that and print that out, because that's very official. That's the actual statement. That's, everything you need. If you just print the web page, they're going to say, no, you come back with an actual bill. So you could put that off of your, utilities website. It's usually under, there'll be statements or something that's there. Print that. Do not print just the web page with your last charges on it. Not going to work. Okay. So once you get all that done and you pay them, their money to get the dealer record of sale set and you get the Department of Justice clearance background check done. Once that is done, and you tell them, I'm not insane, I'm not on medication, I'm not under, doctor's care of some, all those questions are on the form. I'm not under any kind of, mental incapacity. Then you're going to need more stuff. So you're going to definitely need more stuff. So one thing we're going to need is, I've not even opened this yet. This is a lock box. I'm going to need a lock box. I'm going to need someplace in the house to keep the gun, especially in California. They're really nasty about this stuff. So you're going to need a box to put it in and to keep it in. So this is let's switch here to other camera. Okay. If I can, I'm going to need to pause. Here we go. My mouse always dies. Let's think it's really starting to push me. There we go. Okay, that's a cutout. So that's an edit. Oh, I hate that. Edit to here. Okay. Okay, so this is the one I bought off of Amazon. It's just an extra large lock box that's open it up here. The weapon does come with a lock that goes through the chamber and out the magazine entrance of the gun. So that is one thing you can have, that you will have in order to transport it home, right? It needs to be put away in your, it needs to be in your trunk and stored that way on the way home. So here we go, first opening of this lockbox. Okay, here are the keys, which is very important to have keys for your lockbox. Okay, this is pretty heavy. It's case hardened steel, thick 16 gauge steel. It is not open, so we need the keys. kind of bad if the keys didn't fit, but they do. Okay, so now we open this thing up. It has a nice hinge, and we have this cable that's in here. So I'm going to put an eye bolt into the wall of our closet. This cable is going to go through the eye bolt and goes through here, and then we will lock it with that. You lock it with this right in here, and when you lock it like that, this is going to be connected to the wall, and that's going to be connected to the box. So now we can grab the box. It would take them quite a bit in order to get away with your box. Okay, so it's nice all cushiony in here. You can keep your weapon in there. All right, so that you're going to need. Definitely need it cased. I know it's crazy in California. I know it doesn't make any sense to it doesn't make any sense to have a weapon for protection that you now need to lock away so that if somebody comes into your house, you can't get to the weapon because it's locked away. I know this makes no sense to me, but that's rules in California. So where almost all the crazy people are, the rest of them are in Seattle, right? Okay, so that's one thing you're definitely going to need is that lock box. Next thing you're going to need to practice shooting your weapon so that you know how it works and what the sound is and how loud it is and all that, and how to hold it, how to aim it. You know, I really would recommend taking some instruction classes, something like that. I've used weapons for quite a lot in years past, but I'm still going to be taking some classes. Okay, so here, the next thing you're going to need is these. These are electronic headphones. Now, what do these do, pray tell? So these electronic headphones, I've not opened this yet. Here's just a, you can get an account. I don't know. Okay, so what do these do? So these headphones, here we go. They have a charging cable that's right here. So this is a charging cable for these headphones that allows you to charge them. So when you're at a shooting range, hopefully they're not broken or anything. I've not opened this thing at all. So here we go. So when you're at a shooting range and you have your headphones on, these headphones allow you to, there's a little on-off, little volume thing here. They allow you to leave your headphones on and talk to everyone around you. So I can basically put these on like this, talk to everyone around me, and I would be able to hear them talking. Then when a gunshot goes off, it cuts the volume before I hear the sound in my ears. So that's really, nice and important in order to be able to protect your hearing and everything else. Since these are battery powered, they're electronic, they are active, basically active. It's kind of like noise cancellation, but what it is noise level cancellation. So once you hit a certain volume, then it's going to cut out that sound and protect your hearing. And it's all automatic, and it's nice. You don't have to be taking them on and off in the gun range because they're active. And when they're off, you can hear everybody talk around you and everything else. But then if gunshots start going off, then your ears are protected. So you're going to need some of those. What else are we going to need? We're going to need these. Let's open these up here. These are eye protection. So we're definitely going to need to protect our eyes while we're at the range. So things are flying around, shells are flying around, all those kinds of things. This comes with a little bag, which is nice. So we're going to need these to protect our eyes. These weren't very bad. I think these were like $12 or $14, but definitely good eye protection. I think the headphones, were $30, $35, something like that. So owning a gun is not inexpensive. There are a lot of accessories that you need, and of course ammunition to push through your weapon. All right. So that's like the point that I've gotten to, which is that, I mean, there's other things that need to be done. There needs to be, I need cleaning supplies to clean it. I'm gonna need ammunition, things like that. But I'll keep updating as I go along. So, but that's as far as I've gotten. I got like another week, whatever, I think, hopefully, to pick my weapon up and then go have some fun at the range. All right. So hopefully this information helps you if you're going to be trying to be a first time buyer about all the different pieces, especially if you're no stores, right? No, there aren't any stores anywhere that have a weapon in stock. If they do, it's, you know, going to be a $2,000, $3,000 collectible weapon, not something that you're going to use for personal defense. So you're going to be buying it online, and in California, you're going to have to jump through a lot of hoops in order to be able to get that weapon to bring it home with you. Hopefully, this has helped you if you're going to head down that path about some of the information that you need to know that I learned along the way that I really didn't find any videos about. I found little bits and pieces here and there, but I had to kind of piece it together a lot, you know, by myself. I do need a bag. Need a bag to carry all the stuff to the gun range with me, because you need to carry your headphones, your safety glasses, your weapon, any ammunition, and stuff that you need, and targets and stuff like that out there. So I still need to get a bag and cleaning supplies. So, but anyway, thanks for watching this. If you have any comments, if you think I missed anything, if there's something else coming up that's really going to be bad that you know of in owning a gun that I'm going to need to be aware of, then let me know, please. But thanks for watching this one, and be safe. Take care.